Aisha, picture it. 2002. Yes, I'm telling my age. It's fine. Just go with it. North Carolina State University. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm kind of saved, but not. Just left the club. I did. Telling on myself. What's the one place that you want to go after that?
Waffle House.
Absolutely.
Easily. Now, I will say, so everyone listening to this, the majority of people listening to this are in the RDU area. So you guys know there definitely have been some times we left Glenwood and we hit up IHOP.
Huh?
Yeah, we hit up IHOP. And the food was good. It was smacking, but it wasn't Waffle House.
I love waffle. Like, I will go to Waffle House in the daytime, in the nighttime, because at the end of the day, it's just breakfast food. I mean, you can get other stuff, but it's just breakfast food. And who don't like breakfast food? Like, like seriously.
So, what's your menu? Like mine's is the All-Star. I always go with the All-Star, and okay.
And even though I just said breakfast, I usually only get the eggs and cheese and onion, and I'd like my my hash brown scattered, smothered, covered twice, not once. That one little packet of cheese don't do nothing. Covered twice, okay, covered twice. No, but I usually get the Texas bacon cheese stick, even though that's more lunch. But I always still get the eggs and cheese. You know, sometimes it's depending on who made the grits.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to ask the question because of course, the worker probably is missing a tooth.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
or 3.
Oh yeah.
I'm not judging, but I'm judging. So no, but yeah, I mean, I do. I like Waffle House, and I think they get a bad rap sometimes, but the food is consistent.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone goes to Waffle House for excellent customer service. Like you go to Waffle House to throw down, and more than likely, it's really late at night, and all the food tastes amazing. You're just hungry. I mean, no one's going to Waffle House because they have 5-star rating and 100% sanitation score. And no one's looking at that. We just want to sit down and we want a hot.
I never even asked. I've never really said, where's your sanitation grade? I've never, I don't even know where it would be located in a Waffle House.
So other than Waffle House, I would say my favorite breakfast foods. Man, I love French toast. I like waffles, but I like the Belgian waffle. I like the really thick, fluffy waffles. I gotta go with bacon. I'd go with bacon over sausage. If you're from North Carolina,
absolutely.
Niecy sausage is my favorite, and most of the time you can't really get that anywhere. So I'm gonna have to go with bacon over every other meat. And I love.
Do you like links or patties?
I like patties. I'm not really a links girl.
I prefer a link, but I'll eat a patty.
And then I'm gonna have to go with eggs, always scrambled. Even though I do like fried eggs for a fancy brunch, but when I'm just eating breakfast at home, it's usually scrambled eggs with cheese. I actually like to mix my cheeses, like a little mozzarella, a little Colby Jack, maybe even pepper jack if I have any.
Oh, she's fancy.
Oh yeah, I mix my cheeses, and then I am an avocado girl, so I do like my sliced avocado on my healthy.
I've been trying to get into avocado. It just don't taste like nothing. It just
you gotta see.
Yeah.
Here's mine. It's a black avocado now. I drizzle it with some sriracha sauce, a little salt and pepper, some red pepper flakes, a little bit.
At this point, it's no longer avocados. At that point.
Oh yeah, I'm a finesse it now. It's not just plain sliced avocado.
Oh no, we don't just do plain stuff. We black, so it's got to be seasoned.
It's seasoned.
It's got to be seasoned. For me, I'm real simple with my breakfast. Eggs, bacon, I don't like a whole lot of bread, so I don't do a whole lot of pancakes. Every once in a while, I'll get a waffle. Every once in a while. I used to love French toast as a child, but my older age, not so much. It's the soft bread for me. It's the no, it's that consistency. That's like I don't like cobblers or pies. It's the ups fruit and cake. Oh no, no, I'm good. That consistency. Nope, sorry. I have a good friend, Krisha. She makes, from what I'm told, the best cobblers anywhere. Now, I tell her that it's nasty. It looks like crap. But other people, they love it. They really do. I can't do no hot fruit. I'm just telling y'all all the stuff I don't like. If I continue on this list, y'all would think I'm no longer black, and I might get my black card revoked. But I do like breakfast when I'm up early enough to eat it, because I'm not an early riser. Unlike Aisha, she gets out of bed at the crack of dawn 30. So by the time I wake up, it's almost lunch.
And on that note, so our next guest, I'm so excited because I've been dying to have their food truck, and I have not yet made it out there to have it, but it is on my list. I definitely plan to hit them up this summer. They specialize in breakfast food. It's like one of the only food trucks in North Carolina that specializes in just breakfast food. The menu is amazing. The Instagram account is amazing. It's going to have you driving all over the triangle just to find their food truck. So you're definitely in for a treat, and I hope that you're hungry. So stay tuned and stay tapped into RDU Black.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey, what's up? It's DeVashi from RDU Black Podcast. Have you checked out our website yet? If not, we want to let you know that we are curating a Black-owned business directory. We would love for you to add your business or your favorite Black-owned business. We want to make sure that all of us are represented. So go over to rdublackpodcast.com. That's RDUBLK podcast.com and add your business today. Let's grow together.
All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of RDU Black Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. We have with us restaurant owners of one of the premier food trucks in this area. I'm sure once we y'all probably already seen it in the description of this episode, but we are extremely excited of bringing up, because we actually haven't talked to anybody that owns a food truck.
That's right. No one who owns a food truck, and no one who owns one of the only breakfast food trucks in North Carolina. So I'm very excited for you guys to get into who we have today.
All right, Aisha, go ahead and cue them up.
All right, everybody. So today we actually have Dondre and Brandi. Established in September of 2019, the Morning After food truck has been hitting the roads all throughout the Tar Heel state. The owners, Brandi and Dondre, decided to quit their jobs and open the windows to the Morning After on January the 11th, 2020. Their food truck specializes in serving made-to-order brunch favorites. Since its opening, they now serve lunch items, seasonal waffle flavors, and even ribeye steak. One of North Carolina's only breakfast food trucks, TMA specializes in made-to-order, delicious, filling breakfast and brunch food. No steam tables, no microwave. The menu sports all your early morning faves and then some. Sink your teeth into scrambled eggs, melted cheese, and smoky bacon stuffed between two waffles. Grab a plate of fried potatoes drowned in cheese, bacon, green peppers, onions, and sour cream. There's even a rotating waffle of the month menu to keep regulars on their toes. The best part of it all? They cater. So don't hesitate to book the Morning After food truck for your next event. Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome Brandi and Dondre to RDU Black Podcast.
Woo, 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 woo. Hey. Hey, welcome to RDU Black, Brandi and Dondre.
Thanks for having us.
So, guys, start us off. Let us know who you are and what you guys are doing.
Well, like y'all said, I'm Brandi. I'm one of the owners of the Morning After food truck. As you said before, we cater. We do private events. We do rodeos. We do anything you can imagine that you think you need food. Give us a call.
I like that.
So what was the inspiration behind starting a food truck? Like, why? What was that decision to do that? Because I would think that for me, I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I would have the tenacity to, because you gotta like hit that ground running. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it can be an all day thing. Sometimes if you're doing an event all night thing, I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it.
Definitely. Well, first and foremost, you are absolutely correct. It is a lot of work that goes into it. What made us start a food truck as opposed to a restaurant, as you guys said, prior to us starting the food truck, we both are managers at Waffle House. I was a district manager there. She was a unit manager, and we love cooking breakfast food. Yeah, we love cooking breakfast food and stuff like that. But we were making pretty good money and stuff there, but we wasn't able to have the quality of life that we both so desired. So we put our minds together, and we actually went on vacation one time. We both had a congruent vacation at Waffle House at the same time. So we went on vacation. We both started jotting out ideas, and at this time, we both was ready to leave our job. We both enjoyed what we doing, cooking, serving the customers, seeing smile on their faces, just seeing people warm up out of excitement from just trying our food. So we went with the food truck. This whole vision just started with a piece of pad and a pen, and now we're at one food truck, and God has blessed us with some more things to come in store. But we're just so thankful and grateful just to be where we are today. And we decided to go with the food truck as opposed to a restaurant because we wanted to be able to reach as many people as possible. With the restaurant, is it's a standstill location. It's a brick and mortar, and you're unable to move and unable to really move based on like different things is going on. For example, like i.e. COVID. During the COVID time, a lot of restaurants had to, unfortunately, were forcibly to close their doors. But God blessed us, and we're able to just continue to serve and actually thrive through the pandemic. So that's one. I'm not gonna say that's one reason, but God put that vision in us, and I'm glad and thankful that we decided to do a food truck as opposed to a restaurant.
I love that. That's a beautiful story. So I heard you say that you were both working at Waffle House, and that's so funny because we were literally just talking about like amazing breakfast food and wanting to go to Waffle House, like either if it was at night after the club or we just wake up in the morning. Like I'm going to Waffle House like early in the morning too, just because I really wanted like a good hot breakfast. And so we were just talking about Waffle House. So it's funny that you both said that. What were some of the kind of like your like early ideas, and can you give us kind of like a timeline? There's a lot of entrepreneurs that listen to this Already Black podcast, and so they could be in the same situation where you are, where they were really not really upset, but they were kind of just fed up with what they were doing and just ready to transition into something else. And they kind of have wrote down what they wanted to do on a pad and a pen, but they haven't actually jumped out there and actually made that move. So if you could just kind of give us a timeline and like when you went on that vacation, when you started putting ideas together, to when you were able to like actually bring your idea to life.
So first and foremost, what I would like to say, faith without work is dead.
Yes.
You can write down any vision, but if you don't align with your vision, if you don't allow God to align your vision, it's just another note on the piece of paper. But I think overall it's ongoing. Like it's probably ongoing like a year thing. We start writing the vision. We start taking away, putting more into savings. Of course, we were both saving at first, but now we had a different reason to save and just start putting putting things where they need to be. We made sure that we had enough insecurity, and so in the time frame that our truck was being built and we will be out of work, because honestly, for the last 3 years, me personally and Brandi, she came on a little afterboard as far as like our last occupation with Waffle House. I worked the last couple holidays. So when we did this, we planned it and we were able to like spend November. We spent Thanksgiving, we spent Christmas, we spent New Year's and New Year's Eve with our family, and that was just like a blessing to me because, like I said, for 3 years prior, I was always in the restaurant. I'll either go back, and sometimes I was in the restaurant twice a day on holidays. So like I don't know, like just being able to like be in this position, like just to make sure, like you can probably hear my daughter crying now, but just to be able to make sure that no, it's okay. But no, just knowing that we're in this space like that, we can take holidays and stuff like that. But and just to get back to the question for any entrepreneurs that's aspiring, like there's my time frame is not your time frame. Somebody else's time frame may not be your time frame. Like what God has for you, it is for you. And when it's going to happen in that season, it's going to happen in the season that He has for you.
Yes.
So, Brandi and Dondre. So, y'all said y'all came from Waffle House. Y'all don't look like y'all work at Waffle House. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
Y'all got all y'all teeth, your hair done. I'm not shading Waffle House. I am not. Yes, I am.
On behalf of Party You Black podcast, not condone any type of slander to anyone works at Waffle House. Just a disclaimer.
Hey, you two at Waffle House could leave and start a business because these two right here are witnesses of saying, okay, yeah, we're kind of good at this one thing, but nah, I think there's something greater for us. Yes. And I really commend you guys for really taking the leap of faith of saying, okay, yeah, we're gonna do this thing. Rain, sleet, or shine, we're gonna do this thing. And you guys pretty much said, okay, we're gonna throw caution to the wind. And sometimes as entrepreneurs, some people aren't ready for that. They're not ready for that. Okay, what if this doesn't work out? What if this decision that we've made doesn't work out? Sometimes it may fail, but we're going to at least try. Can you kind of talk to us a little bit about that willingness to even try?
When COVID first hit, it was like, dang, we picked like the worst time to start this. We're not too deep in. Maybe we can get our jobs back. Okay, what that looks like? Like, what is plan B? But plan B just had to be plan A for us. It's like we're not going back to being unhappy. Good. Even though when you become an entrepreneur, your money isn't as consistent as if you were on a salary. The checks being consistent, it hit a little different, but
yeah.
Quality of life, like he said, even when we were, struggling on paper, I think we both were just so much happier. Our faith grew so much stronger. I really learned, not to lean on our own understanding. So I think that's what our faith really, encouraged us to persevere and just really see it through. And I'm so glad we did.
That's good. What would you say is like one of your biggest challenges? I know we've already talked about starting a business in the middle of a pandemic, but outside of that big factor, what's another challenge that you all face starting your business?
I was gonna say being young and Black, to be honest. I think it's very noticeable. You get treated a little different, and we kind of also look younger than what we actually are too. So we definitely get, people try to sun us in a sense. Underestimate us for sure.
But that's when you take those moments to say, okay, yeah, you may look at me and see one thing, but we're about to flip it and reverse it and show you, no, we're a whole lot more than what you think.
Yes, definitely.
So what would you say, being young entrepreneurs, what type of advice would you give those really your peers of that the traditional way of doing things may not be the route that they need to go in? They really could say, okay, it's not where you go to school, go to college, try to get this big job, and then that's going to be the answer to all of your problems. That may not be the happiest route. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you guys are you're reintroducing yourself to what happy looks like.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice, Dondre, to those people, probably your peers that may say, okay, I may want to try this thing a little bit different?
So honestly, first and foremost, my advice would be know what makes you happy. Because honestly, just running around trying to find different things that make you happy, it can often sometimes result to a loophole, just constantly trying to find different things. Like sometimes where the things, it may sound bad, but sometimes where the things make you happy or not, you just got to stick it out and like just make the best of it until another opportunity comes. But honestly, just always follow your dreams. Always follow your dreams. Sometimes your time frame might not align with the time frame God has for you, but just as long as you let Him continue to order your steps, like whatever vision you have, like God will bring you to it if He can bring you through it. And we say a lot about God, and we take God very seriously in our business. This business would not be nothing without Him. This whole idea, this whole construct, this whole concept, like everything's from from day one, from that pen and pad, like God has just blessed everything from, from this point here on out. So honestly, this, like every chance that we get, like we just give God the praise for like what He's done in our life, like, and honestly what He's continue to do, like each and every day. But that's a big part of it too. Like I don't want to put religion on anyone else, but religion is a big key component to just being successful. Like you just healthy living and a strong faith, and everything else will follow.
Yes, fully agree with that. 100%.
So what was the decision of you guys coming into this venture together?
I guess it was like if he was leaving Waffle House, I was leaving Waffle House, and I need a buddy in that. And it's not to bash Waffle House, because I'm honestly grateful that I was able to work there to learn the ropes of the food industry, because my only experience was just being a server, but management side, it's just a whole different thing. So without that stepping stone, I don't think I would have been confident enough to really go into a food truck business, but it worked out though.
It's, not to go, but I'm just giving them a little bit of small background just for the listener. Like, and it was just like, and when I say like God just aligned everything, like she was working at Waffle House at one point in time as a server prior to her even coming as a management. She was working there when she was in college. She graduated college. You want to tell your story? Or should I just keep telling? Yeah, I just kind of telling it. But yeah, she was working as a server there, and I was a manager. And we're both I had just recently graduated college. I think I just walked in, just finished in December. So I was a brand new college grad as well. So even though I was in a managerial position, like we're still with the same age, still had a lot of the same interests outside of work. So we end up building like a professional relationship while we at work. And like I said, like she ended up leaving once she graduated college and had a whole new career, a whole new job and everything. Just one random day, like I don't think we had talked in probably about it. Honestly, it had been months. And like one day she just ended up coming to the rest, because at this point I got promoted. I was a district manager. I was running 3 Waffle Houses. I was running 3 restaurants for them. So I was a district manager at one of my locations, and she just so happened she just popped up, and we just started talking, and we just started communicating. Then our relationship, I can't even say we rebuilt it. Like it grew stronger, and like now we're here today. And like as she said, like honestly, I don't think there's no one else I would have rather took this this business.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I know, right? Do you guys mind me asking, where did you guys go to school and like where you're from?
Yeah, no problem. So I went to St. Augustine's University, and I'm from Emporia, Virginia.
And I attended and graduated from Old Dominion University, and I'm from Merlin.
From where again?
I'm sorry, Merlin.
Merlin. Oh, Merlin.
See? Exactly. There's no A in that. It's Merlin. That's what's up.
Awesome.
That's crazy that your two backgrounds have kind of culminated into forming this business. And trust me, when we were thinking about food trucks in the area that we really wanted to interview, your name was one of the first ones that kind of came out of the conversation. And I know Aisha, she was telling me this was like, I have to try them.
Yo. So me and my boyfriend follow y'all Instagram. So he was like, yo, we gotta go. But I think like you guys are usually in Raleigh a lot. We're in Durham. And then the one time you guys were in Durham, we had something to do that day. But I was like, we gotta go. Like we follow it. Every time you guys post something, we're like, oh, I'm gonna get this. So I'm gonna track you guys down. That's like my goal, is to track you down and show up, and we can't wait to order. So yeah, whenever we were talking about food trucks, I was like, oh, I got the perfect place.
Yes, definitely come through.
So let's talk about your menu. What made you say, okay, well, maybe it was Waffle House, probably. Why breakfast? Why breakfast?
Honestly, so we worked the Waffle House, but I honestly don't want to give them credit for our business.
That's right.
Yeah, just to be completely honest, and because I know a lot of people may see this, Waffle House do not have credit for TMA at all. They may have. It's just like college. You get the leadership skills and the roles that you need to take out real responsibility in your career, what that you want to invest in. So that's kind of what happened with us. But
Have you always just liked breakfast food? Because your menu is a whole lot more extensive. So it's like even when you're coming up with different ideas of what type of food you want to sell in your truck, you have to put your own flavor into it. So where did that come from?
So like honestly, like we do love breakfast food. Like sometimes we'll eat breakfast for dinner, and like I said, we're well accustomed with the made to order cooking breakfast and stuff like that. And honestly, we really enjoy like cooking made to order food, and as well as like the open kitchen environment. Hence, that's why we built our trailer the way we did with the open kitchen facing, so you can kind of see us cooking. But breakfast, we tapped into the breakfast market simply because there isn't really any breakfast food trucks around here, and if it is no shade anything, but it's pretty much regular basic breakfast. There's really nothing around that you can get where we're serving. We put a funky twist on it. Hence our menu names. Typically, when you go somewhere, when you look, people are visual. People like a lot of visual things. So when you see something that's gonna catch your attention, if you can't see the food, if you see the names like a painkiller, a hangover, after party, I'm like, I want to try that. Let me at least read and see what it is, and it's just gonna continue to get clicks and stuff, as opposed to me putting, let's say, bacon, egg, and cheese. Everybody like, oh, I know what a bacon, egg, and cheese. Let me just see what else they got. A sausage, egg, and cheese. Let me just see what else they got. So it's really an attention grabber as well.
And to build off on it, the first menu item we ever cooked at home was the call out, and he was kind of just playing around with what we had in the kitchen because it was one of those days, groceries was a little low. He's like, okay, we ain't got regular bread. Let's use this type of bread. We don't have this, so that's kind of how. And we kind of built on it, where it's like, okay, let's not do traditional basic breakfast. Like let's have fun with it.
I just want to put this on the record. A struggle meal gonna turn into $1 million business.
Oh, okay.
Yes, period. No, that's real. I love that idea. So can you guys drop some free game for those that are interested in purchasing a food truck? They've never done it before. They have an idea. They have something that they're thinking about doing. They don't quite want to go the brick and mortar route, but they're interested in starting their own food truck business. What free game, what type of advice would you say was helpful for you in this process of actually purchasing like the physical truck? And like you mentioned, like a certain way that you had it built, and then even just like how you went about picking your colors and logos for the outside of it. Like what free game, what advice could you all offer for that?
I'm sure we both have a little bit, but I'll start off. Free game I would have going into a food truck. First and foremost, know the market that you're in. For example, if you're gonna start a food truck in Raleigh, know what your Raleigh market already offers. Don't oversaturate the market with something that you're gonna have 5 or 10 trucks competing with. Also, know what you want to sell and know your target audience. Like, don't go into the business hoping someone buy your food. Go into it with a plan and a intent to reach this certain population demographics or whatsoever have you offer your research. One other thing that I would recommend is just looking, like when you looking to purchase your truck or trailer, just really look into like your finances and what you really can expand. Your business may be different, but 99% of the time, and that's not statistically proved, but most startup businesses take at least 1 year to start turning profit and stuff like that. So just make sure you plan those things in the head, and just make sure you have your ducks in a row. And I'm sure Brandi have a couple more things to add.
My free game would be like building your team. I think him and I are kind of yin and yang when it comes to the business. Like he's super operational, like cooking is his strength, while I'm kind of the behind the scenes administration. So having someone, whether it's a partner or you're outsourcing it and hiring people to do that for you, make sure you have someone to kind of do the things that you're not that good at, or even the things that you don't enjoy doing. Because running a business is a lot. Owning a business is a lot, and operating it is a lot. So you don't want to burn yourself out because you're trying to do everything, because you can't do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that both of us also are entrepreneurs as well, and Black-owned businesses as well. So really what you both said was really know your market, make sure that you got your ducks in a row, but also make sure you have your team ready to go. And of course, that those 3 things right there will kind of at least you can apply that to not just being a food truck business, you know, because some people,
that's any business.
yeah,
Yes.
I wouldn't even know where to start a food truck. I just bought a new car in 2019. It took me about 5 years. I wouldn't even know. Is there like where do you go to buy a food truck? Is there like a food truck lot or something?
Go to Google.
I do want to add one thing, though. Just one more piece of advice. For as far as like when you're searching out and looking to buy a food truck and food trailer, one thing we do on a food trailer as opposed to a food truck. We decided to go with the food trailer for various different reasons. The biggest reason I will say though, a food trailer, a food truck. Majority of the food trucks that's on the road there, majority of them, like the body of the truck is older. So they would say like a 90 to 80 models. When you get those type of vehicles, you're looking at 100-some thousand miles already on the vehicle. So if your vehicle goes down, your business goes down. If your business goes down, you don't make any income. So with our business, we decided to go with the trailer because if our pickup truck goes down, there's probably 100 car rentals places that we can go get a pickup truck and still carry our business where we need to go to. And honestly, that's a very, very, very key point right there. Because I mean, you can have the prettiest food truck. You can have $100,000 food truck that you can put in an 85 Chevy. But if it's just sitting in your yard, it's not going to do any good.
Wow, that's free game right there.
I didn't even think about that. I did not. Even think about, but it makes so much sense.
We wouldn't be thinking about that, DeVashi.
But it makes sense though. It's like you go out and you buy an older food truck and you try to just make it look pretty for you, but then you have to remember how many miles are already on that old food truck because they ain't just out here just making food trucks.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
I wouldn't even know what that would cost. Like, yep. I'll stick with my Camry.
So I noticed that when I was just looking online, you all had mentioned that a priority that you have with TMA is to partner with other Black-owned businesses to promote unity and educate others on the importance of the Black dollar. So my question is, what is your vision of Black entrepreneurship in the Raleigh area, Raleigh and Durham and surrounding areas? And what are some areas that you think we can improve in as a community?
I will say my personal vision is collaboration. It's great that there are so many Black-owned businesses, but it means nothing if we're not helping each other out. And there's, strength in numbers. So if we all came together, what that would mean for Raleigh and Durham and the surrounding area. So I think that's so important. Just working with each other, networking with each other, and looking out for one another.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know communication is really key because I think that's, even as a community, we kind of lack that. Whereas that we deal with that my for and no more sometimes, and it's like you robbing Peter to pay Paul, that whole crap mentality.
Yes.
Where it's like we're all trying to make this thing work, but if we kind of just talk to each other, and involve each other on what we're doing. I know we've had a lot of businesses on the podcast, and it's like, why not the event planning business partner with the food truck business, or partner with the printing company that we were talking to, or partner? There's so much Blackness out there that we really honestly can really turn something around.
Yes.
If we just kind of put in that work. I had another question that talking about that whole communication as far as from your business, with your business being pretty much mobile and always having to communicate with your business people who are actually following you, your customers. What was some of the communication advantages or disadvantages you experienced as a food truck owner?
So one perk, I'm just gonna give one perk and one. So first and foremost, one perk of being mobile is like we're able to just target a larger crowd. Like we're not just in Raleigh. Like we travel to Virginia, we've been to Florida, we travel to North Carolina. Like we're able to travel, and just like for people who aren't able to come to us, we're able to to carry to them to give them that experience. But one downfall is with it being mobile, there is things that happen with it being mobile, i.e. mechanical issues. Like we're still driving a mobile vehicle. So there are times where you may have a blowout. There are times that you may have an unexpected flat tire that you can't really change at the last minute in order to get to the location. And so when you have things like that happen at unfortunate times, it do sometimes forces us to cancel locations in which we really don't like to do. But then that that leaves our customers unhappy and stuff like that, and we definitely do not like unhappy customers. So that's definitely a positive and a negative to being a mobile business.
Sure.
What would you say is the best way of communicating to your customers? Because I know, like Aisha was like, I said, I'm trying to catch you, but I may not know how to if I'm not following you on your social media. Like even for like other food truck places, because I know sometimes they have the little food truck events or whatever have you. What is the best way of contacting or finding out where you guys are going to be next?
I think visiting our website at themorningafterfood.com. Our schedule is there, our menu is there, our forms of contact is there. That is like the one-stop shop for everything TMA. So yeah, definitely visit themorningafterfood.com to figure out where we are. If there's a cancellation, you can see on our calendar that we will no longer be there. And I always tell people, check there before you go there, because sometimes people will show up and be like, "Oh, I looked at your calendar last month, and y'all were supposed to be like that was 30 days ago." So just check it, and that's for all food trucks.
Yeah, and because y'all social media is like she said, she follows y'all, she loves what y'all post. So it's like make sure y'all following them on their website as well as the social media channels, because they give great food porn. So
yes, they do. Great. So as this is a question that I like to wrap up with. So as new parents, being young Black entrepreneurs, I always like to ask entrepreneurs like what they use to kind of fill up their cup at the end of the day. So after a long week of whether you guys are doing events or you're on the road, or you're doing pop-up locations, it's just been a long week just being parents and you're tired, what do you use that to usually kind of like revamp your energy and just kind of get you back focused on family or back focused on business? What sources do you go to? Sometimes people talk about different podcasts or books that they listen to, or it's maybe just hanging out with friends, hanging out with each other. But what do you do to just kind of keep yourself being your best, being the best parents you can be, being the best entrepreneurs that you can be, being the best team members and teammates that you can be?
I'm glad you asked that, because I think self-care is something him and I both struggled with the first year, because we're just in this grind society where it's like, don't sleep until you're dead and you just got to go. But that mentality couldn't work for me because, one, I was pregnant and now that I'm a new mom, like sleep is just so important. So I take care of myself by literally taking care of myself, making sure I'm eating healthy, making sure I'm getting rest. And I recently joined a kickball league.
Oh,
nice.
Doing fun stuff for myself, because if not, you're going to crash and burn for sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Yes. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem.
For me, honestly, on my days off, like at least for the first day, because typically for the first year, I'm not going to say we only had one day off a week, but it was only one scheduled day. But now we're fortunate enough where I got Mondays and Tuesdays off. So like Monday, I just completely unplug. Like I honestly don't want nobody to contact me about business. I can't come do anything for you. I gotta just be honest. Like that Monday, I just need to unplug. But to like just really get my mind back reset, I love to play pool and go bowling. Like that's just like really my outlet. So if I'm doing that, I'm just free. So.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Well, today's Tuesday, so thank you for taking the time to talk about your business on your day off. Like, thank you, because that's self-care is so important. Like days off need to strictly be days off. So we do definitely appreciate your presence and just taking the time to be here, both of you. That means a lot to us. So thank you.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah. So if you could, as a final question, if you could take a moment and just individually kind of speak a word of encouragement to all of the current and future RDU Black entrepreneurs that may be listening today.
I mean, I can start first.
Yeah.
Like I've been dropping a lot of advice the whole time. But honestly, the advice that I would have, just keep pushing. Just keep God first. And if you have a vision, and you already know that that's your vision, don't let anyone change it. And one big thing that I will say, protect your vision. Don't always share your vision with everyone else, because everyone don't have your best interests at heart.
Man.
So, and
Sure.
honestly, and with your, and I know I said one more thing, but another key point is, don't let everyone's opinion matter on your vision.
Yeah.
Do not let everyone's opinion matter on your vision. And if you keep those things in mind, if you keep God first, you can't fail.
My word of encouragement would be, I remember when we attended a sermon at church, and this was when the idea first came to us, and the pastor was like, no one else did it because God saved it for me. Because we were like, okay, why isn't there more breakfast and brunch? Like, is there something we don't know? And when he said that, it was like, ding, 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 ding. You know, no one else is doing it because God wanted us to do it. He instilled that for us. So if you're struggling with, all this market research and what if I fail, God would have not even placed that idea in your mind if he didn't believe that you could carry it through. So
he wouldn't bring you to it if he couldn't bring you through it. And that's what I just like to go to.
Encourage yourself. Mm-hmm.
Listen, these people, they
I
love the Lord.
Right? I love
They
him.
love him. They know him. They love him.
Yes.
They're going to talk about him. Listen,
You
on
got
today.
to. Listen.
On today.
They know where their help come from.
Come on, Shondo.
I love y'all. That was amazing. That was awesome.
So guys, let everybody know again how they can find you. Give us your website, your social media handles, email, or whatever you would like to kind of leave with our listeners.
All right, so first and foremost, I just want to thank you guys for having us on your show. It's honestly been an amazing experience. It's been a great dialogue with you guys. For all the listeners, you guys can follow us on all social media at TMA Food. Our website is www.themorningafterfood.com. Once you visit our website, all of our contact information is there, phone number, email address, anything. So you guys, please feel free. Come see us in a city near you. If not, have us come cater a brunch near you.
Any events that y'all got coming up?
Yes, we actually having it's not really released yet, but we actually got an event that we're going to drop real soon. It's actually going to be in Durham. It's planned for May 28th, so mark the calendars. It's supposed to be something pretty solid. And
Aisha's getting out her phone right now.
May 28th, that's a Friday.
Yes.
Like I said, we've actually partnered up, because I know we were just talking, we actually partnered up with 2 other Black-owned businesses, which are food truck owners as well. They are young entrepreneurs like us, so it's definitely going to be something to look forward to, and we'll drop more details maybe by the end of this week, coming soon. So just stay tuned.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. You heard it first on RDU Black, as always.
Yes.
This is where you get the exclusive content.
So we want to say thank you again to the owners of the Morning After Food Truck, Brandi and Dondre.
Yes.
Thank everybody, clap it up for them. Thank you so much for joining us here on RDU Black Podcast. Thank you guys.
Have a great one.
Have a nice one.